Hey everyone, just want to give a quick update since my last video I posted. I believe it was in regards to trying to find a commissary kitchen for my hot dog cart business. If you've never watched any of my videos, I have been recording my journey through the process of starting a small business, which is the hot dog cart business. Um, so as far as commissary kitchen, I did, well, let me back up a minute. I got a phone call from the health department, and they just had a few questions regarding my application. I said, okay. So um, they wanted to know where my commissary kitchen was. So I had to explain the situation. And apparently, I don't need a commissary kitchen. I believe if I was to make maybe like my own personal recipe chili or hot dog sauce to put on a cart, I believe then I would need a commissary kitchen. Um, but as of right now, I don't need. They're telling me I don't need one. So, but I did find a commissary kitchen. It would be a place for like storing supplies, um, maybe like, cases of pop. Um, and it has a nice refrigerator to it. They said that if I wanted, I would be able to put like an electric stove in there. And the rent on it, it was no more than my mortgage. So I was like, but this was all before I found out I didn't need a commissary kitchen. So I'm kind of going back and forth on this, because I kind of like the idea of having a commissary kitchen because it would be my own place, you know, but I just don't like the added extra expense to this. Um, Speaking of expenses, anything I'm telling you guys all this stuff so you kind of have an idea of what you may have to go through depending on what state and what your health department requires you to do and what you need to have for your hot dog cart business. Um, some people don't need commissaries at all. If you have a food truck, no, you don't need one because you could prepare all your food there. Um, so I was kind of relieved on feeling so pressured to get a commissary kitchen. Um, but, but he did tell me that I need a mechanical refrigerator. Okay, so if you know what the hot dog carts look like, okay, just like the standard ones, not the oversized big ones with the deep fryers and the whole bells and whistles on it. Just your standard, regular steam table hot dog cart. Um, I would have to actually like buy a table um, that could withstand holding a like a mini fridge, but it has to be a commercial. He said it has to be a commercial mini fridge. Okay. Yes, I know that depending on what model of cart that I buy, it can be an added feature, but from what I've seen, it would cost over $1,000 to add that fridge on. And I've been looking at them this afternoon. Just your, self-standing, like the dorm room size or hotel size fridges. And they're only, um, $300-400 depending on what you get. So, you know, if it's one thing, it's another. and then another, and it's always gonna be like this. There's always gonna be something, that you have to tweak and stuff. Um, so that's what I've been doing some research on this afternoon. I did send an email with a possibility of one that I was looking at, and I have to see what the health department says. Hopefully, I'll get an answer tomorrow, since tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, so they'll still be in the office. Like, this is all free information for you. Even though I haven't started running my cart, I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm asking questions, and I'm doing my research, and I'm finding out stuff, and I'm giving you all this free information. I know. Sorry. I usually have to tell him no babies. There's a no babies means when he first started this barking at people out the window consistently, it was a young family with little babies and strollers, and they were pushing him down the sidewalk, and he was just going nuts over it, and I had to tell him no babies. No babies. So every time someone walks down the sidewalk, whether or not they have a kid, I have to tell him no babies, but he's not listening. He's not listening to me right now because I'm in here, and he's out there, and he knows it. Archie. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't charge for information. Okay, I'm not going to make no class or something, because I did buy one, and I was a little disappointed because the stuff that was in that course, I already knew, and I paid nearly $100 for it. But I thought at the time, because that's when I first started, I thought maybe I was going to miss something, or maybe there was something I didn't know. Hold on. But no, I knew everything that was being said in that course because I did my due diligence. So, and it was in a very detailed course. I appreciate the effort from the person who created it and stuff. I'm sure it took, a fairly amount of time and energy that had went into it. But I personally did not really benefit from it. That's why I'm trying to go more into details about all this stuff with you guys, so you'd have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Get up on the bed. What I'm talking about. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, it's really just right now. It's just. Oh, I had a quick thought. That's why I paused for a second. I've been making some recipes for chili sauce in case I change my mind, and I do want to get the commissary kitchen. I still might. Really, I still might get it, because I can lease it. I can rent it out for 6 months, she said, because I asked how long the contract she would make it for, and she said 6 months. So that would take me well into, like winter time. And then she said it would go month to month after that. And I think she said month to month after that because it's winter time. I may not need it at that time. I don't know. Heck, by then I may have a food truck. I may convert over to a food truck, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I never really gave it much thought of a food truck because I kind of wanted to, take advantage of having the cart, you know, and getting my monies out of it. I don't know. That's a long way off anyway. I'm not really. Shoo, I'm hot. It's hot in here. I had to turn the AC off so I could make this video. Yeah, I think that's all I have right now. Yeah, I think that's all I have right now. But anyway, I'm going to go back to looking at more fridges just in case they say the one that I sent over to them they don't like, or say it's... He's so serious. You're so serious, aren't you? Yeah, and you're pretty, aren't you? he look at him. Such a serious face. He loves his mommy. You love your mommy, don't you, boy? But anyway, he distracts me. I forgot what I was saying now. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, thanks for watching. And hey, hit the subscribe button. I could use it. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great night and take care.